bounce is perfect. That's why they say the pitch is tailor-made for hitting, for
He gets a dot ball, it'll be the first of the series. Oh dear, it's away. Great far delivery. Not a too bad of delivery, the last one. The gentleman Milan plays are absolutely so. Can he get that short pitch delivery to put away through the offside? It's been such a strength of his. Well, up and over. That's beautiful. But that's all the way. Just the second delivery and Markham's off and flying.
Well, that's gone past the point fielder this time. Tried the arm ball. I think he bowls that one with his...
Sometimes make it play out of the way that it should be constructed.
Strong appeal, and umpire gives it. Navar strikes again. He waited and waited for the decision, and then in the end, I think it's a reasonably good call. They've gone for a...
From those replays, the first one does look like he's probably going to be on his way. Straightens just a touch, hits him middle and leg, and I think it's going to be just making contact with that leg stump.
What about where Rizwan was? When that ball hit the pad, he was way up and he's looking at the big screen. Markram.
Checking that there's no inside edge involved. No, nothing. As bowlers, we always tell the umpires, don't worry about the wicketkeeper. He doesn't always know what he's doing. Don't take your lead from him. It's high as well, but I still think it will definitely be clipping the top of the bails.
The problem is that he's gone back into the crease, deep into the crease, so even though it looked a bit high, but I think height will not be in question. It's about whether it's hitting the leg stump or kissing it.
I'm going umpire's call, and that he'll be on his way.
It'll be rough, really will be rough. So this will really describe the episode for us. Yes, umpire's call, absolutely right, Polly. He'd be absolutely disappointed on a beautiful batting surface. It's been... Oh, glorious through the offside. What a shot that is. Beautifully hit through the offside. It can be a... beautifully hit. Didn't try to hit it hard. That's gone all the way for 6. Lovely piece of cricket. Almost a chance. Direct hit at the non-strikers, and he was a goner, I think. Really was close shave.
Yeah, it was a good start, and the problem with this trying to pick up a single here is Van der Dussen thought it had gone into the gap, but young man Milan was waiting to see if it carried to the fielder or not, so he was more concerned about whether he was going to be on his way from the leading edge. Only once it landed safe did he start thinking about the single. Van der Dussen was thinking from the outset. That's why he committed as early as he did. Directed, he would have been on his way.
Smash over mid-off. No need to run for that one. The balance was so good. He
be a little bit flexible. Hassan Ali, like this guy. Whipped away leg side, that's 4. Good start to the over from South Africa. Frown from Hassan Ali.
One over left in the power play for South Africa, really to put foot to the pedal. And Rassie van der Dussen, he's been in great touch throughout this Pakistan tour of South Africa. Just have a look at the front foot. Looks like it's just a smidgen behind the line.
Whipping away on the leg side, and that's going to disappear for a boundary. That one and the previous one. Edge. 4 runs, fine. No chance for third man to stop that. Third commentator at the moment. Oh, that's nicely played. Really good control. Beautifully played by Rassie van der Dussen. These days, they practice that so much. He's got a thick edge on that one. That's going to run away. That's going to be another boundary. So a couple of boundaries off the last 2 has frustrated Nawaz in his younger days and fully fit without those injuries. That's out. That's the area I was thinking about. That is a really big wicket. That is a huge wicket, in fact. To break this partnership to Quieten, Yanaman Milan is really important right now for Pakistan.
Well, I spoke about that option, particularly for Milan. And he went the route of coming down the surface. Backed his ability to try and clear the inner ring. Was a touch fuller, so couldn't quite get that elevation. And a very good catch by Fakhar Zaman.
Big partnership this for South Africa. Because they can do that. They're both hitters. They can do that. That is a wonderful shot. He loves playing at this venue.
Is available. You have to wait and find those questions out. And Klaasen would definitely be my slot squad, especially after he plays shots like that. Gives himself room, waits for the slow delivery, waits and holds the pose. Got 6 T20s happening in the subcontinent over the next period. Again, it's leg side. It's a full toss. This one's easy to put away for Van der Dussen. He moves to 44, and he really is starting to...
Gets a single, gets a 50. He's rocketed to a 50 of basically nothing. And we've seen the entire range from him. The cuts, the drives, the pulls, the consistency, the man.
Yeah, quality innings, this one. To miss out at the start of the series because of an injury in the last game of the ODIs, but he's back into the mix, and he's answered his inclusion in style.
Oh, Afridi takes the catch. It went hard, it went flat. And Klaasen was hoping that it'll go all the way for 6, and he's bitterly disappointed because 6 inches on the other side would have found the fence on the full.
Yeah, you can see him shaking his head. It was a drag down, and his eyes almost lit up. He thought, well, this is my game. I've seen a couple of these shots throughout the series where he's managed to hammer them, but he just rolls the wrist. I don't know if the bat twists in his hand or not, but he's been normally open elevation trying to get it onto the bank, and he picks out Shaheen Afridi. Wouldn't have been an easy catch. With the sun setting, you can see where his shadow is situated.
Let's see what happens now. And yes, absolutely spot on, Polly. I never knew you were playing for Pakistan. Mate, that is like gold. Well done.
Not playing for Pakistan, and I'm not trying to create opportunities. It's just fact. It's the number to be scared of. 112. And he drags it across. was a delivery which you felt like it could go. I think as we saw in the last over from Klaassen, the closed face means that it doesn't get the elevation. You can see how it turns in his hands, almost a bit of a topspin. It means it stays inside the ground. It nearly pops out of Hafiz's hands. But that's a big moment, man.
Edge got behind. Lovely end to a great spell here. On a batting surface where others have gone for plenty. Here is Fahim, 3 for 17 in his 4-over burst, and rightly having a smile on his face because it's been superb exhibition of medium pace control bowling.
They shouldn't stop smiling. That's across the left-hander. Picks up the outside edge, and they're trying to open up the offside. Just a feather. A little bit of movement. And that's just a
Crucial time. Underneath that, and could be out, should be out, and is out. That's a sitter. Hassan Ali shows the big celebration that we've seen him do for years and years and years. So they've lost another one. It's the last thing South Africa needed.
So not the ideal start for Vian Mulder on his debut in T20 cricket. But as that man, Hassan Ali, he's a type of player that doesn't give up. He shows a lot of heart, and he's used his variation once again to good effect. And that's what it means to him. The leading edge. Comfortable catch for the captain.
Oh, that's a thick edge, and there's another wicket for Hassan Ali, and another big celebration there. Tumbling, wickets are tumbling now. This is really big for Pakistan. Rizwan's getting in the game. They are a happy bunch because wickets are going. 7 down now. Hassan Ali's back after getting tapped with 2 wickets in the over.
What a comeback it's been by Hassan Ali. That has to be said. South Africa were going pretty well with 1 wicket down, forming a partnership on a really good track. And with one eye on that end result, looking at about 180 to 2.
Fortain on strike. Afridi back into the attack, and there's a misfield. They do make an error.
He'll certainly take it.
High down the ground, that's a good shot. That's beautifully played. Good connection. Good work from Magala. That's gone for 6.
Something to defend. And with the pressure on them. Up in the air. Looks like it might land safely. Oh, and it's a good catch in the end. Great catch in the end, actually. Fakhar Zaman wasn't quite sure whether it was his or Ashraf, but in the end, a solid catch for Pakistan.
Yeah, disappointment for Magala. He played one lovely shot over long off for 6. Trying to do the same again. Clearly not much calling here. Fahim almost got one in the middle of his back, I think, at one stage. Brings. Never, ever gives up. One-handed in the end, high in the air. Is it going to be taken? It should be taken. Good ground. Really good ground by the skipper. Babar Azam did the hard yards, getting to the ball first, and then the catch was pouched comfortably.
A happy Pakistan unit, a happy bowling unit. The ability to read the situation of the game, use the conditions to the best of their ability, bowling their change-ups, and backing up by the fielders.
I think that's carried, and I think it might have been an inside edge. So does Rizwan. Yep, they're going to send this upstairs. There's the timer straight away upstairs. Rizwan is actually taking his gloves off and walking towards the change room. He is convinced that is out. Caught behind off the inside edge is what they're expecting. Let's have a look, and also just a little bit of a listen. Certainly a noise. And there's Ultra Edge showing us there was some connection. And up goes that finger. So Haris Rauf has picked up another one. 2 for 18 his return. The coach will not be happy at all.
Provincially, Leon Fontaine does it quite often. Straight away, he fires one in there, just skids on. But we believe we can do it. And there's the first wicket. It's down the leg side. And South Africa off to the perfect start. Rizwan's going to stick around just to have a look-see. I think it's maybe been sent upstairs, but I think he's got absolutely no chance. His foot slid out. He's been in such good touch. But on both occasions, he hasn't contributed. He's got out for nothing. It's the first ball at the Wanderers. And this time he's gone stumped without adding to the scoreboard as well.
On with Vian Mulder.
Drags it. Use of the feet drags it. And it wasn't far away from Janneman Malan at short wicket. But the desired result. And that's worked away nicely. Mulder be disappointed. Often the case, so often. And you know it myself as having been a bowler. Ball spinning in to the arc. Worked away nicely. He'll be disappointed with that. Fontaine, he kicks the ground in disgust. He knows that's too easy. They get
over in this power play.
There's that flat bat slog sweep. We've seen it throughout this tour, and very rarely does he miscue. Even that.
Very comfortably.
Tries to repeat the dose and will do so. That's a more orthodox, straight down the ground, long on shot. Doesn't quite.
From 90 balls, 9 wickets in hand. South Africa need wickets. Williams. Oh, that's over the top. That's a good start to the over. That is a terrific start to the over. My goodness. Slicing that one over the top, back with a square on the offside, back-to-back boundaries. Over 2 balls to go. Hard into the ground, has it got past? Yes, it has. A fingertip on that, but I think it's still going to be a test. It is a test. And there is a sweeper out there, but he needs to be about 20 feet tall to have any chance whatsoever of getting close to that. Watching both these batsmen. Reaching at that one, he's getting that one away as well. That's another 6. Oh, it's in the pool. No, it's not. Slow delivery. Just threw the shot well before it got to him, I think. He's okay, though. There's a bit of a wrap on the helmet. I think he's all right. Oh, it's a new helmet. Happy with that one.
It was through with the shot. Slow bouncer attempted. It's a good one. Hit him on the grill. A slight hit or a massive hit, you know, it does rattle you. Attempted the off-cutter, shorter length. Thank God. And winning is a habit, as we all know. 50 for Fakhar Zaman in the meantime of just 27 balls. And, well, what a season he's had. Likes batting here in South African condition, and suddenly it has clicked. Because technically he was all over the place, playing with a crooked face of the blade, you know, playing mostly with half blade at times because of his unusual batting grit, and everything seemed to be sorted now, and what a great plus he has been.
Wicket taker, and now's the time for South Africa. Wow, that is far from ideal, Odom. Punishment for George Linder, I think now. He's been asked to run around the boundary. He missed that first one.
Silent partner in this partnership.
A big swing at that, he might be out here. Shams, I think, is getting underneath it. So Williams has taken a wicket. It is the end of Fakhar Zaman now. He is very annoyed with himself. Mulder it was actually who took the catch. So that's the end of Fakhar Zaman. South Africa will be very happy to see the back of him.
Yeah, I got out at the wrong time. You've got to say, because Shamsi is bowling from the other end, and he absolutely tamed him. In his first over, this was skied and sliced and easily taken in the inner.
A bit of a tough job with only 50 to get. Straight over the top, and that's gone for 4. That's not a bad way to greet the bowler.
Not at all.
Now that is a very good catch. On the run, moving a long way to his right. Williams likes that one. He is delighted with the fact that he's picked up that wicket. Shamsi making the good ground from third man.
Yeah, good length, pacey delivery, and Babar Azam just going with that length. Saw it a little wide, went after it. Not with his full might, and instead of playing it down, he sliced it up in a very good running catch. Babar Azam has been dismissed, and that's got to be the headlines for the time being. Very good catch. It's Shamsi, I think.
4 really the result. Up in the air. Here's just the wicket that South Africa needed, and it is. Didi Petelquayo, he's introduced into the attack and gets the breakthrough.
Big smiles on the faces. Didi Petelquayo, just 2 deliveries. 133 kilometers per hour was the delivery, and it was trying to be flicked away behind him. And he goes for 3 of 6 deliveries, but it went in the air. It was in the air for eternity. Leon Fontaine steadied himself and catches it comfortably with inside the boundary cushion. Slog sweep, but I think he's got enough on that, or has he? There's old Williams sets himself, and it lands within the boundary. Catch is taken. That's another big wicket for South Africa. Things went awry in their innings, and all of a sudden for Pakistan, from being 98 for 2, they found themselves 110 for 5. Shamsi strikes, and the experience of Hafiz is on his way.
Finds the length and line that he's looking for to create the opportunities. Here's the brace, Shamsi. Mohammad Hafiz looking to go the maximum. Doesn't quite get all of it. The opportunity was there, the length was there. And gets a healthy leading edge. More often than not, you'll find the boundary.
Short. Is that a wicket? It is indeed. I thought it maybe come off the helmet, but he's through the shot. It's hit his bat on the Q end, and it's popped all the way back to Magala. And he's got his man. Delivery of 137 kilometers per hour. And South Africa definitely working the oracle here, picking up wickets at regular intervals. And all of a sudden, what would look like a dawdle for Pakistan is now looking like a serious challenge.
Yeah, often we ask the question, previous bowler went for just the 3 runs. What's the reason? And often guys will do their homework and think about what is the
46 balls since the last boundary. Let's head away for a boundary first ball.
The whole of South Africa go. Did you have to mention?
Rise of catcher, it should be out. It is out. Markram takes the catch. Magala struck. These are such important wickets right now.
Pakistan faltering, succumbing to pressure that's been exerted by South Africa. In fact, they're shooting themselves in the foot. And so everything working for Magala, everything working for Klassen. What a grand comeback this has been for South Africa. The victory march was on from the top 3. They were dismissed, and it's been very, very mediocre stuff from the middle order and late middle order. Markram is not going to drop that one, is it?
2 to go. Oh, and he's whipped that away for 6 runs. He's picked that up superbly. That is a wonderful, wonderful shot.
Look at the ball, Nawaz.
Oh, and he sent that over the top, and he sent that for 6.
What a strike, what a way to win. And Pakistan would be thinking, what went wrong, in fact? They won this, but they were made to work extremely hard by South Africa. Disappointing end, but they fought extremely well. Pakistan win the game, win the series, 3-1. Not a lot of runs to play with, and so in the end, it's a great result for Pakistan. Beating South Africa in South Africa has been a massive obstacle for the teams, and so this team has done it.
Yeah, this is huge. This is absolutely huge for Pakistan. The way that they played in the Test series in Pakistan, and they won that one against South Africa, then they won the T20 series against South Africa and Pakistan. Then they knew their work was going to be cut out to come here and play white ball cricket in South Africa, which they haven't done all that well in years gone by, just winning once. Then they win the one-day series, and now they win the T20 series.